Alright, so here's another video of my Colorado XT. It's assembled in my garage. Sorry, I'm doing this at night. I was planning on taking it out tomorrow morning. What I'm doing this video about is I have created a custom-made front mount trolling motor stand. Reason for that is with this boat, when I have the 50-pound battery in back and the 40-pound trolling motor attached right here, it causes the boat to sag. It kind of tilts in such a way where, let's see if I can make it, it looks like it's the back sags a lot further and the front end kind of comes out of the water, and no amount of adjusting the seat or foot placement has allowed me to account for that and to adjust the balance. So it really was a very unpleasant experience on the water. In addition to that, the trolling motor being right here, the handle would kind of come out right around here even when it was extended. The problem with that is I sit up here, so there's not a great way to reach back here, and even if I did, the trolling motor handle would kind of bounce up against the seat, so it was really difficult to tilt it that way. So if I wanted to turn, it was a major pain. I have tested this stand. I've put the trolling motor on here. Having it front mounted makes it a lot easier for me to steer, plus it shifts almost 40 pounds of weight from the back to the front. That makes for a much more even ride, a much more pleasant experience. Before, I actually had this, the basket was actually submerged underwater while I was in the boat, and you can imagine that's not a whole lot of fun. So without further blah 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 on my part, I'm going to take apart this mount and show you how I made it. I made it out of just a few pieces of PVC, so if anybody out there in the YouTube land is considering this, I'll show you a method that I've used at least. Alright, so here's the idea here, and I apologize for, again, for the lighting here. This is a dark blue tarp, and we've got, it's being filled at night. But anyway, what we've got here are, these are the footrests that you would have on your XT boat. So, this piece is just going to slide into there, and you have your footrest. Now, the manual shows to have these kind of put over here. Sorry about the camera there. Where this is tilted down, so where your feet are in the water. I never liked that, so I've always done mine with the angle. You can see from here it's actually tilted up to keep the feet out of the water. So that's how this stand is designed, with that in mind. And basically what you're doing is these pieces will just fit inside this hole over here. It's easier with two hands, but you'll get the idea. I'm going to disassemble this to show you exactly what's going on. Alright, so here's the front mount trolling motor stand when it's disassembled. And you may be able to start visualizing what's going on here, but I'll just give you a quick little breakdown. It wasn't very expensive at all. I ended up buying a few of these pieces just at Home Depot. This PVC is 1 1/4 PVC type pipe. This piece is they were selling them. They were 2 feet long, and so I picked up, I think, 4 or 5 of them. They're around $3 each. This size is actually perfect. This 1 1/4, because let's see if I can set that there. And then I'm going to knock it down for you to show you that too. So this fits in here very snugly. It just barely fits, but that's exactly what I was going for. So 1 1/4 works excellent in this situation. So what I did was, turns out the width I needed was 19 inches wide. So these are 24 inches when you buy them. I'll just double check my measurements here, but yeah, that's 19 inches. So took two of those things and I cut them down to 19 inches in length, which is the perfect length for this. So it's nice because you don't have to, it's not like a 7/8 or anything like that. You just cut 5 inches off each piece. For the connector pieces, these things are about 2 1/8 inches long. 2 inches should be fine. You don't have to be that precise, but well, can't really see that, but that's about 2 1/8. But 2 inches should be fine. They don't have to be all the way in. So this is basically the frame. Get that out of there. This is the frame for the mount, actual mount for the trolling motor. Now these pieces right here, this piece probably looks a lot like one of these pieces. It's actually not. What this piece is I ended up, see how this is right here, I cut that off of this side. So I just use a saw and cut that off. This is the piece actually that the footrest slides through here into the pipe over here. The reason why I did it this way is because I certainly could have bought one of these, but for an extra 40 cents, I decided I would rather not deal with the hassle of having to drill a large hole through here. So all I did was I just bought one of these 4-way pieces, cut that off. So did that on each end too. So, and then we put in obviously the other 19-inch long pipe right there. This middle wooden piece, which is the actual mount, had to be cut a little bit shorter than 19 inches due to some of the curvature and things. So this is, I've got this at 17 inches, and it's about 2 3/4 inches high, and I want to say it's I'll add some of that out, and it's 1.5 inches thick. So 17 wide, 2 3/4 tall, 1.5 inches thick. I just bought these plates. These plates were, and this is a pressure treated wood or whatever. This is not my final design. This is just a proof of concept design, but you know, it may last me through the summer. So before you guys start telling me what an awful job I did, yeah, I'm aware this is not intended to be my final design. So that's 7 inches by almost 6 inches, and that suits the purpose just fine. I got one of those on each side. All right, so from there, what I've got going on, and maybe I'll just assemble that part right now and show you how that's put together. Okay, so there's the mount assembly put together. You can see the footrests fit very tightly inside. Alright, so now I have the footrest inside. The problem here is that you can see that this piece is, there's no way to really keep it upright. It can easily twist and rotate. So that's what the rest of this assembly is for, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with that.